Greetings, Alpha Fountain Pen owners. This is just a quick video showing you guys how to install the nib into your grip and also how to properly install the ink cartridge. Good news, it is very easy. So you're just going to grab your grip and you're going to see one end where the nib goes in and the back end is where the refill goes in. And this literally just slides in here. And this screws in. Sometimes I find it easier just to turn the grip. And that'll screw down until it gets snug. You don't want it to get really tight, just so it's snug. If you get it too tight, there's a potential for you to actually twist the metal part inside the plastic housing. And you also want to be able to unscrew it if you'd like to put in a different size grip. So just finger tight. Now, the ink refill fits in here just like a standard ink refill. You just push it in, and I've actually already opened this refill, but there's a little plastic seal on here, and you need to puncture that with the little pointy bit inside the fountain pen nib. So when you insert this, you have to push quite firmly, and the body of the cartridge will actually go down inside the grip here, about that far. And so there's actually an interference fit between this outside here and the inside, and that is going to keep your cartridge just from falling out. Otherwise there's nothing to hold it in. So just line that up in there, give it a firm push. Again, the cartridge should, see if I can get this out without making a mess, it should slide in about from this first shoulder, slide in about 1/8 of an inch. So from there all the way down to there, and you can rotate it a little bit if you feel like that's going to help you kind of puncture that and push it in. And now it's going to be relatively difficult to get this cartridge back out. I guess one note of caution: when you do go to remove the cartridge, often a little bit of ink will shoot out. You can see like it did here. So just be aware of that. And also, now that you're a fountain pen owner, you're going to have inky fingers all the time if you're taking the grips on enough. So congratulations. Alright, that's pretty much all there is to it. Once you've got your ink installed, you're just going to put the body on. Now, one of the reasons that I wanted a tight fit between the grip and the cartridge is that you don't want the cartridge to fall off inside the body of the pen. That's just kind of annoying. So that just slides in. And again, screw this down. Now bear in mind, these are threaded connections, and like a nut and bolt, if you do not tighten them, they will not be tight. So for example, if you're carrying your pen in your pocket, the way to keep the cap from unscrewing is just to put a little bit of torque on it, and that makes it tight. If you just turn it to the point where it stops turning, there's nothing that prevents it from unscrewing. So that is important to note if you don't want to ruin your clothes. In order for it to be tight, you have to tighten it. It sounds obvious, but it is not always. And you can tell how tight it is when you tighten it. When you go to untighten it, if there's a little stiction or static friction, and then it breaks loose, that is an indication of how tight you have applied the cap. Alright, that should be all you need to know to get writing. I hope you enjoy, and thank you very much for joining me today.